And India correspondent Munmun Bhattacharya reports from its capital city, Bandar Seri Begawan, on what to expect from the visit.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting Brunei Darussalam, a tiny state situated on the northern coast of the island of Borneo along the South China Sea, starting Tuesday. This visit is going to be significant because it's going to be the first ever bilateral visit of an Indian Prime Minister to Brunei Darussalam. The relationship between India and Brunei has steadily evolved, with defense cooperation being a key component. The exchange of naval visits and the participation of Bruneian nationals in various capacity building courses in India underscore the growing defense and educational ties between the two countries. Trade relationship is important, especially in the context of India's energy security, because every year India imports crude oil worth $500 to $600 million from Brunei Darussalam, which is rich in oil and gas reserves. Both sides also cooperate in space and health sectors and promote people-to-people exchanges. The presence of a vibrant Indian diaspora in Brunei, particularly in the oil and gas industries, construction and healthcare sectors, further strengthens the bilateral relationship. Ties between the two countries are important even from a regional perspective. Brunei Darussalam was the country coordinator for India in ASEAN for 3 years, from July 2012 to June 2015, and played an important role in bringing India closer to ASEAN. As India continues to implement its Act East policy, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Brunei Darussalam is expected to reinforce India's strategic footprint in the Southeast Asian region, fostering greater cooperation in key sectors and also paving the way for a more integrated and prosperous Indo-Pacific region. With cameraman Kumar Datta, this is Munmun Bhattacharya from Brunei Darussalam for DD India.
And for more, we have Munmun Bhattacharya joining us from Brunei for more. Munmun, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on an official visit to Brunei and is about to reach in some time from now. Before leaving, he said this visit will advance the historical relationship between the two countries to new heights. What's on the agenda and lined up for today?
Yes, Lipakshi, a lot is expected during the visit of the Prime Minister because, as we've been saying, this is going to be the first ever bilateral visit of an Indian Prime Minister. 2024 is an important year in India-Brunei relationship because it marks 40 years since the establishment of diplomatic ties between the two countries in 1984. Having said that, over the last several decades, we've seen close cooperation in a number of sectors between India and Brunei Darussalam. There is close cooperation in the defense sector, in space sector, and also in terms of energy security and people-to-people contacts and cultural ties. So, besides, of course, the Indo-Pacific region. So, all these are areas where we expect some forward movement. If we come to defense, that we know that an MOU on defense was signed in 2016. Then it was renewed for 5 years in 2021. Now some forward movement is expected on establishment of a joint working group on defense. Now we must mention here that reciprocal visits keep taking place of Indian naval ships and Indian Coast Guard ships and Royal Brunei naval ships to the Bruneian shores as well as to Indian shores. For instance, there was an exercise that was conducted. It was called Milan 2012 in Andamans, and a Royal Bruneian ship had participated in that multilateral naval exercise. 2 years later, in 2014, another Royal Bruneian naval ship came to the Mumbai shores. So that's about the kind of visits that have taken place from Brunei. Even from India, a lot of such visits have taken place. For instance, INS Rana and INS Kulish went to Bruneian shores in 2006 in fact, and even in 2024 in April and May this year, there have been visits like the Indian Coast Guard ship Samudra Peheredar as well as INS Kiltan. So these visits have taken place, so that shows that there is strategic trust between the two sides. There are training exercises, there are capacity building exercises, there's participation in online and physical defense courses and expositions and exhibitions. So that's about the defense partnership. Now, if we come to space, then in 2000, the Indian Space Research Organization, or ISRO, had set up a telemetry, tracking and command station here in Brunei Darussalam, and with that, there is constant and close monitoring and tracking of progress that is done of the eastward launches of satellite vehicles as well as launch vehicles and satellites. So that again has a very strategic import to it, and in exchange what India does is that it helps the space scientists of Brunei Darussalam in terms of research and training. And we expect some forward movement in terms of an agreement in the space sector. If we move on to the energy sector, then energy security is very critical to this relationship, because bulk of our imports are of hydrocarbons, of crude oil as well as of natural gas, and India is looking at a long-term arrangement. It wants to seal long-term supply contracts of natural gas particularly from Brunei Darussalam to India, because it expects that the demand for natural gas in India is only going to grow with time. And as far as the Indo-Pacific is concerned, then in May 2023, India co-hosted the inaugural India-ASEAN maritime exercise in the South China Sea. 7 countries participated in it. India, as I said, was the co-host, and Brunei Darussalam had also participated. Brunei is a silent claimant of its maritime claims in the South China Sea. It does not enter into any sort of conflict with China, and that is why I'm saying that it is a silent claimant of its exclusive economic zone borders in the South China Sea. It hedges between the United States as well as China in order to promote and protect its interests. That, of course, is going to be a crucial focus of Prime Minister's visit, the focus on Act East, on Sagar, which is security and growth for all in the region, as well as larger Indo-Pacific, in order to ensure there's greater prosperity and integration here, as well as we have an open and secure Indo-Pacific region where there is freedom of navigation and sovereignty claims are protected.
All right, Munmun, thank you so much for all that update. Indeed, a lot of it planned for today for the Prime Minister's visit to Brunei.